Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video with me. Today we are going to be installing some upper control arms and some sway bar end links on my 2005 Tacoma right here. I know she needs the hood to be redone. It's pretty bad. The clear coat and the paint is pretty much gone all over the hood. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just rhino line the whole hood. See if that looks pretty good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, if I should rhino line it or if I should just repaint it. And so we have here are the upper control arms, and they have been needing to be done for a while now. I have just been neglecting my truck, and I might as well gonna be replacing my sway bar end links, since when I installed my lift like a year ago or two, I ripped one of the boots. And yeah, I've just been neglecting it for some reason. I don't know, been too lazy to do it or something. But now it's time to do it. But I will have these are in separate videos. Alright guys, so these are the upper control arms that I will be installing today. I decided to go with the Freedom off-road ones. If you do have a lift, I would recommend to get some upper control arms that are meant for a lift. But I decided to go with these because they aren't that expensive. After taxes and everything, it was like a little under 400 bucks. So it's not that bad. I mean, I've heard good things about them, so I mean, why not give them a try, right? So the tools that you will be needing today are a clip puller, a hammer, a bungee cord, a torque wrench, ratchets to your sockets, 17 wrench, 19 wrench. I have another wrench too that I used, a crescent wrench, a 10mm socket, a 12mm socket, a 22mm socket, 17mm socket, 19mm socket. I used some vice grips, channel locks, some pliers, and a grease gun. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and jack up your truck and put it on some jack stands. Also, sorry guys about the wind, it's pretty windy. Okay, guys, next thing you want to do is take off your wheels. Guys, next thing you want to do is get a little clip puller and take off the clips around these little mud guards. This one and this one. Alright guys, next thing you want to do is take off these bolts for the ABS brackets, so they won't be in the way. They're just a 10mm right here, and this one might be a 12 right here. Alright guys, next thing you want to do is take off this 17mm bolt from the sway bar end link. To get the other nut of the sway bar end link, I'm going to try to use a wrench because it's a pretty tight spot against the strut and the axle with a socket and a ratchet. Alright guys, next thing you want to do is take off that cotter pin right there. Just grab some pliers and there you go. Next thing you want to do is take off the nut, this castle nut on the upper control arm. It is a 19mm. If you can, try to spray some PB Blaster on it, or scrub it with the wire brush. Once that nut is loose, you're gonna want to grab a hammer. Don't take it off all the way. Also, just leave it. Give it a little space between here, because you're gonna hammer it to get this upper control arm loose with the spindle. Once you got this attached, you're gonna, if you want, just grab a jack and jack up the lower control arm a little to release some tension off of it, and then just finish taking the nut off. Once you got that separated, if you want, I'll grab a bungee cord and just tie it around the spindle and put it against the frame so it won't put so much tension. The thing you want to do is grab two 19s, either a socket or a wrench on this side, and you're going to need a 19 wrench to hold down that side and to break it loose. Guys, next thing you want to do is, you see these little clips right here? It holds on to the wiring harness behind. If you want, just grab some pliers and squeeze these down to push them away over there, because we're gonna have to grab some locking channels and bend the frame here a little bit to be able to get this bolt out. Alright guys, once you get all those clips out and move the wiring harness, there's also an AC line. If you want, just there's a clip over here, you can just deattach it. It comes off pretty easy. Just move it to the side a little bit, and you're gonna want to just grab the frame here a little bit and just bend it back, just so you can have enough clearance to push this bolt. Guys, once you have enough clearance, it's gonna be pretty tight to get it on there. It comes a little hard to come off. If you want, you can grab an extension of some sort and just put it behind it. Grab your hammer and just tap it in there until it comes out. So once you get your extremely long bolt out, you get the upper control arm should just slide off pretty easily, just like that. I guess so. Here's a comparison with the old control arm and the new one. This one's a little bit beefier and it's all tubing, unlike this stock one. It has like channels. Also, if your joint is this loose, you need to replace that. Yeah, it's been needing to be replaced. Like this one should be like this, nice and stiff. Also guys, these are greasable. If you take this cap off, there is a fitting to grease that, and do not forget to grease that after you're done. That just look way nicer. Alright, I did get it through. I did have help from my girlfriend. If you guys can, just get someone to help you, because it was a little tough to get that bolt and washer in place to get the all in. Alright, next thing you want to do is take off this little protective boot. Once you take that protective boot off, you're going to want to put the bolt back in there. We're going to hammer this to make it come a little back, to be able to put it in the spindle easier, because it's really stiff. And try to not hit the threads as well. Alright guys, so once you hammer this out a little bit to get it in better position, you're going to want to put it in the spindle and put the washer and bolt on it. And now you're going to just want to tighten this down and the big bolt. Alright guys, so this nut did turn into a 22mm, and you're going to want to torque this one down to 81 foot-pounds and this one to 85 foot-pounds. guys, next thing you want to do is just install back your sway bar in, just like that. Alright guys, once you got everything torqued down, you're going to want to put your brake lines back. Also guys, don't forget to put your mud guards back on right here, and don't forget to put the clips for the harness back there, and don't forget to connect back your AC if you took it off. Alright guys, after you grease your fittings, you should be pretty much good to go. Alright guys, so this is what the finished product actually is going to look like right here. Also, do not forget to torque your wheels down to 90 foot-pounds. Alright guys, so that's pretty much a wrap for this video. For more content, please hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you guys could give this video a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.